Oh. Hi, Howley. Hi. Oh, I'm just setting up. God. How are you, Howley? I hope you're well. Hi, Janine Morrison. Hi, Dawny. Hi, Pierre Miria. You're cooking beef and rice? Are you doing Foodie Beauty's recipe? I just watched it. It looked really yummy. Oh my God. It's so hot wearing this today. Just want to take it off, but I'm not going to. Oh my God. I'll be able to read your comments in a minute. I'm just sitting on my computer. Oh. I think my sleeves shrunk on the clothesline. Oh, let's stretch them out. Oh, yep, that's a great look. What the hell is all this stuff popping up on my computer? Can everybody hear me? Just checking. So I've got to go down here to studio. Oh my God. I just woke up and I did my prayer time. Mildly late, but I did it. And now I'm just like trying to avert panic attacks and just like try to chill out, like try not to freak out. Where's the button? I had this problem last time, didn't I? Shit. What is this stuff? I don't. What is with my eyebrows today? Somebody help me. Okay. Maybe it's in customization. I don't know. No, everything's moved. Okay. Well, you know what? Oh my God. Okay, I'm just going to get out of that and into the live. Hello. Guys, would you mind give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down, just give me a thumbs something. I would super appreciate it. Yes, if you feel like it. Camera's good. Okay. Where am I up to? Yeah, there's a hiccup, Janine Morrison. There's a hiccup. Yeah, sure, definitely. Hi, Adam. Hi, Pia Maria. Thanks for your message on Facebook, Pia Maria. Super appreciate it. Super appreciate it. That stuff looks really useful for, in Egypt. I'm definitely going to be looking into all that. You made chicken quesadilla for me and my daughter for lunch, and they were pretty good. Oh God, that sounds tasty. Very nice. No, spicy rice with onions and garlic, and the beef is not minced. Oh, I getcha. That sounds good too. Now I'm craving beef. Hi, Mike Misguided. Just hanging, just chilling. Hi, hola, Leonardo. Hi, Raven. Melissa. Yeah, Adam, I'm still going to Egypt. Absolutely. Yep. Yep. That's happening this month. So there's only a couple of days left. You'll probably see me do a live stream from the airport. I don't want to say the specific day. I don't want to say the specific time, just because you get weirdos, but I'll just randomly be there, and I'll randomly do a live stream if I, have my bearings there. Yeah, I'm definitely going to Egypt. I'm not canceling. I'm definitely going. And hi, Raven. I'm in Queensland, Australia, and before the end of the month, I'll be in Egypt. I plan to stay there for the maximum time, which is 1 year. You can stay in Egypt for up to 1 year if you extend your visa again and again. After that, if I want to stay there, I'll have to leave the country, reapply for the visa, and then come back in. But you could just go to a neighboring country to do that. So yeah, I would like to actually live there. That would be really nice. Are you excited? Yeah, I'm really excited to go to Egypt. Definitely. Oh, sweetie, move on. Let that one be. Another man will come along when you least expect it. Maybe you be satisfied with whom you have. Your daughter loves you. Oh, listen, Janine, I'm not looking for another man. That's not going to happen, but thanks anyway. Yeah, we're still married. We're not divorced, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the way it's headed, unfortunately. But anyway, yeah, I'm still going to Egypt. And what the hell is happening with my hijab today? It's like eating my face. Maybe I put it on too tight. My eyes are doing something weird, like my skin is going like this. The hijab is pulling my face. It's like Botox. Mike, Egypt, Egypt, Egypt. Yes, I'm going. Real men don't act like that. Well, I've acted pretty shady myself, to be honest. I've lost my temper this time round, I've got to tell you. Like to be your lucky guy. Oh, thanks, Raven, but I am married, so that's not going to happen. Can you film traveling on the plane? Where is your layover? Oh, yeah, I can talk about that in a minute. Definitely will be filming for sure. Yeah, I'm going to take pretty sure you're allowed to take a battery, what do you call it? My daughter always laughs at me. It's like a little block, and you plug it into your phone and it charges your phone when you don't have a phone cord. She said I can take one of those with me on the plane, I think. So I will have hours and hours and hours of footage. It'll be great. Just take a look-see trip and figure out what Egyptian is like, and say I divorce you 3 times and it's done. That's not how it works, Janine. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, only the man can do that. The woman can't divorce that way. That's not legally a divorce. And also, I didn't ask for a divorce. He has asked me for a divorce, okay? And I said I would comply with the divorce if that's what he chooses. But saying that he could have divorced me over text message, he could have divorced me over the phone. The fact that he hasn't divorced me is just really confusing because he's saying that he wants a divorce, but then he's saying he's changed his mind and he is going to pick me up from the airport. And then, he's saying he's not going to pick me up from the airport. To be honest, I just feel really confused about the situation. And I kind of feel like my only job right now is to make sure I've got everything ready for my Egypt trip and make sure that I'm prepared for the journey and actually not to focus on him because he's not doing his job to support me. So I'm going to be focusing on me. I'm going to focus on myself. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, no shade to him, but this is not what I wanted or expected in the relationship. And I feel like I'm doing this alone. I feel like I'm doing this whole trip alone because he's not supporting me in this. So, you know, what people say in public and what they say behind closed doors is not the same thing. You know, I'm planning the trip on my own. I'm packing everything on my own. I'm getting ready on my own, and I'm not getting that support from him. That's actually not happening. So, um, the same way he's saying divorce but then not actually doing the divorce, and he's the only one that can divorce me. He is the one that's asked for a divorce. I have not asked for a divorce. He did. So, whatever. I've got to focus on me. Okay. He should be focusing on me, but he's not, so I'll focus on me. That's where it's at. Anyway, that's my rant. I'm not going to say anything else. So I've got a couple of layovers. I'm flying with Oman Air. So that'll be exciting. I hear they're a really nice and generous airline. I will do a review during the flight, so that'll be fun. Shout Allahu Akbar when the plane takes off. Kitty! I'll shout it in my head. I'll be like, woo! Woo! Stop. Do you think seeing him in person will help you resolve your conflicts? I don't know if he's going to be there, and honestly, I don't want to reveal too much private information here, but I really don't know how to solve that conflict. Yeah, I don't know. I actually don't think it's my job to solve that conflict. I think that's his job, not mine. No. You can do it. You're your own person. You're still in Australia. Do you know what? I'll do whatever the hell I want in Egypt too. Like everywhere I go, I'm going to do whatever the hell I want. I mean, I'll make good choices, yeah, but I'll be doing whatever the hell I want. Absolutely. Yeah. I guess I got to figure out what I want to do. It did for the princess of UAE, did it herself. Yeah, there's different rules for royalty, and I'm not sure if she was technically successful with that because you know, the religious rules state otherwise. Women can divorce, but there's a different process, and that's not it. But hey, if your dad is a king, maybe you can do whatever you want. I don't know. But the rest of us ladies, we've got different rules. To divorce someone on the spot, only a man can do it. If he wants to divorce me on the spot, I will accept it because I don't feel like being in a relationship with someone that doesn't want to be in a relationship with me. So if he wants a divorce, he can have one. But he's got to do it himself. He can't make me do it. I'm not going to do a divorce. We did discuss it. But you know what? The person that brought it up was him. The person that said they wanted a divorce was him. And at first I said, you know what? Okay, I'm going to go take you and divorce you. But you know what? I was angry, and you say stupid things when you're angry. So if he actually feels like he wants a divorce, he doesn't need to talk about it. He could just do it. And all there was talk, 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 and no divorce. So I don't believe him. If a man wants to divorce a woman and you're Muslim, he can just do it. He could just literally divorce me. He could even divorce me in this live stream. He could get on here and he could say the divorce words and it would be public and it would be done. So if he wants a divorce, he can come and divorce me. That's his choice. Everybody has free will. What the hell is going on with my hijab? Everybody has free will, okay? And certainly I'm not going to be the person to discourage him because he's an adult. So he can decide what he wants to do and do it. I'm not in charge of him. He's in charge of him. I'm not here to say, oh, please don't divorce me. Do I look like somebody who is going to say that to a man? Okay. Either he wants me or he doesn't want me. Okay. So I'm not going to be crying about it. Okay. If a man loves you, he won't divorce you. It's that simple. So what am I crying about? Nothing. What the hell is this popping up on my computer? Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Egypt content too. I want to go. I want to go now. Oh my God, it's going to be wild. It's going to be scary though, because, Handsomest Husbando actually told me, come as soon as you can. Don't worry about hotel money. You've got a place to stay. And now I don't have hotel money. Do you know what I've got? I've got hostel money. That's it. And hostels are not really, the best place to stay when you're physically disabled. That's all I can say. Like, I am not looking forward to hostel stays. And even then, I think I might struggle financially to be able to maintain that and buy myself food. Like, I'm freaking out. And I'm not going to cancel the trip. I'm just going to be like, maybe what I'll do is stay in a hostel, go to a food market, eat an apple. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't afford nice food and a nice place to stay because I didn't do what I thought I should do. I listened to my husband who said, don't save for a hotel room, don't save extra money. And now I'm in this situation. And yeah, it's my own fault because I listened to him. Now I'm in this situation where I'm looking at what am I going to eat on day one? Probably an apple or a banana. What am I going to eat on day two? Maybe I'm going to eat an orange. So maybe one of the best things from this trip is going to be weight loss because I sure as hell can't afford food when I'm over there. And I sure as hell can't afford like nice places to stay. So it's going to be a pretty rough trip. It's going to be a pretty rough experience. And guys, I'm going to film everything. I'm going to be like uploading or live streaming, whatever I can afford. But I can afford the internet. So, that's the purpose of me going over there now because, everything else is unreliable to me. Everything else is up in the air. Like, I don't know. When it involves other people, it's not reliable to me if those people are not reliable. Do you know what I mean? God, I feel like I'm going to have a panic attack. Yeah, I don't need that crap, Janine. I really don't. Oh my God, there's so many comments I can't catch up because I was talking too long. I'll read some of your comments, sorry. Where did I get up to? Is he from the Taliban? No. No, Kitty, he's not from the Taliban. What the hell? My heart breaks for you. Why? Why? I'm 43. Like, I don't know what I expected. Super macho man, keep it PG, okay? Like, don't be weird. But hello, welcome. Dawny, it's feeling tough, but you know, I think a lot of it's actually down to cultural differences, if I'm being fair. There's just a lot of stuff I think that wouldn't happen if it was two people from the same culture. Do you know what I mean? I don't think Egyptian women would put up with what I've been putting up with. And I don't think Egyptian men would be putting up with from me what he's been putting up with from me. The cultures are so different that it's like this massive clash. It's really difficult. Would you like to come and sit closer to the camera? Why? You want to see my bad skin? I'm not wearing moisturizer today. I'm looking crusty. Hey, besties. Oh, my hijab's being crazy. Hi, Fiona's mum. How are you, darling? He was or is in the chat. Yeah, I know, but what am I supposed to say to him? Like, after the last thing he said to me, I won't say what it is. It was a bit hurtful. Yeah, the last thing he said to me in private was pretty fucking hurtful. I don't know where he gets the tchotchkes to come in my chat after saying what he said to me in private. It was pretty insulting. Honestly, if a man said to me what he said to me privately, if a man said that to me in person, I would yeet him through a window. I'm not joking. Like, I'm not an overtly violent person, but what he said to me in private, if he was in front of me, I would have yeeted him through a window. I would pick him up and I would yeet him through a window. This is like, I'm angry. I'm no. How dare he come to my fucking business page and come in my chat? Like, you got no idea what he said to me. The most insulting thing. My God. Just fucking, oh. Like, I've had things said to me before by men, but this fucking takes the cake what he said to me in private. No. How about no? Does this look like the face of a woman who is going to be, you know, told certain things by a man that are so disgusting and hurtful, and I'm going to do nothing? I don't think so. Like, no. I will literally sleep on the streets of Egypt and be homeless before I take that shit from a man, ever. Like, no. That's not the way you talk to a woman. Those are not the things you say to a woman in private. And if that woman is your wife, you do not say those things to your wife. This is not appropriate. This is not okay. This is not what someone says to you when they love you. I'm not going to take that shit. Never. Never. I don't care if he was in the chat. I don't care. I don't care. You cannot imagine what he said to me in private. It was fucking disgusting. If somebody said what he said to me in person, I would literally walk away. I would yeet, and then I would walk. You got no idea. You shouldn't have said the airline. I found your flight from that info. No, you didn't. Stop, Adam. There's a lot of variables from that flight. It's not what you think. You haven't found my flight, Adam. Don't give people like Julie too much info. Do you know what Julie has been doing? She has been private messaging my husband. That whore. My God. Privately talking to a Muslim man. Why? He's my husband, bitch. Back off. Like, we are not divorced yet. How dare you, you skanky ass hoe? What the fuck? I've been in relationships where I've been cheated on, okay, in the past. And I can tell you, the women that have cheated with the person that I was with previously, let me tell you, the women regretted it because I literally physically went after them. Like, I am a psychopath, okay? I will literally find women in their workplaces, in their homes, driving down the street. Like, I'm a psycho. If a woman creeps up on my husband, I will go nuts. And Julie is hedging on it by private messaging my husband. That is so inappropriate. Okay? She can just fuck off. Explore my beautiful face. What are you looking for in my face? I'm 43. You're going to find wrinkles, craggy skin, and dermatitis, but go for it. It's all here. Janine, I didn't mean to insult you. I'm just like on a tirade right now. Like, honestly, I like your comments. I like your input. I'm just feeling nuts. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just feeling like I want to tear a bitch's face off. And I don't mean you. I mean, Julie, possibly, you know, like she's pushing it. Your royalty. Well, I am a princess. My handsomest husbando said I'm not a princess, but that's okay. He can have his opinion. Okay. I grew up, okay, with an absolute nut psycho of a father. But you know what? One thing my father ingrained into me is that I'm a princess. And anybody can fucking laugh, okay? I don't give a fuck. I don't care about anyone's opinion, okay? And I'll tell my daughter the same thing. She's a princess, okay? I'm a princess. All women are special. And when a man says that I'm not a princess, he can shut the hell up because I am a princess. Okay, so I don't care. I don't care what people say. Allahu Akbar. Well, thank you, Raj. That sounds so sweet. Yeah, he did speak in the chat as soon as I opened the stream, yeah. But why would I talk to a man that says I'm not a princess? And, you know, I won't tell you what he said to me. He said some really disgusting things to me privately. I honestly don't know how I can get over it. Like, I've heard a lot of stuff from men before, but God, no. I do not want to be hearing that from a man. I do not want to be hearing these things from a man. And I don't mean that he just said I'm not a princess. I mean the most foul, disgusting shit that a man could say to a woman has been said to me in private. I don't want that. That's not what I want in a relationship. So I don't know what he's playing at, that he can say disgusting things to me privately and then come on here and act like everything's normal. Like, what the hell? How can you, oh, hi, BB Boomy. How can you do whatever you want when women have rules that they must follow, where the man is the jewel and doll? So I don't think you can really do what you want, can you? How is being married to him going to impact anything? He's saying publicly he's going to pick me up from the airport, and he's saying privately that he's not. So tell me, how is he going to have an impact on my life? I'm going to get to the airport, okay? He's not going to be there. And even if he is, what does he want from me? What? Nothing nice has been said. Nothing. I'll do whatever the hell I want. Super macho man, I'm married. Can you fucking stop? Thanks. Did I sign any papers? No, darling. No. What do you mean? Let's do your nikah halala. I don't think he wants to marry me. I don't. Not after what he said to me. I can't repeat it. It was that bad. Why does he want a divorce, I wonder? I don't know. Maybe it's because he's talking privately with Julie. Maybe that could be it. I don't fucking know. And then Muslim women comes online and talk about having rights. Muslim women do have rights. Go educate yourself. Oh my God. She's still in Australia. I'm going to have rights wherever I go. I'm a psycho. Nobody takes my rights away from me. Everyone has free will except Muslim women. Are you joking, Kitty? It's fine, Janine Morrison. Listen. Like I said, I'm focusing on me. Okay? I'm not worried. I'm not your princess. Piss off, super macho man. I'm married. Don't be disgusting. Hi, Seema Mama. Oh, yeah, there's a bit of drama. Oh. Men, they shit and they scat. Fucking sick of it. Am I leaving it to him to decide then you remain married if he wants to keep you? I'm not seeking a divorce. He's the one that brought up divorce, not me. Yeah. I'm not going to regret going to Egypt. Egypt is a wonderful place, and I'm going to explore Egypt, and it's going to be absolutely magical. I see a lot of stuff about Egypt online that's like really negative. Occasionally I see like really positive stuff, but it's like few and far between. And I honestly feel like a lot of it is the person that's traveling, what their view of the world is. Do you know what I mean? And I think that people's biases play a role in their view about Egypt. And I think I'm a really open person, that I can accept different cultural norms and, you know, not take things personally when people are just trying to get by in a poor country. You know, there's a lot of people that are like, oh, there's always people harassing for money or this or that in Egypt. But I think what people don't understand is the percentage of people living in poverty is horrendous. And if you are living in poverty, you are desperate. And desperate people will harass people for money because they are desperate. And you get some Westerners that go over there and they're like, oh, they're always harassing me and blah, blah, blah. Of course they were. They were desperate. I'm not saying all people in Egypt are desperate. I'm saying if you were in that situation, what would you do? Like, people just see it through their own lens of their own experience in life. And I'm a pretty casual, happy person. And I think that my experience of Egypt is actually going to be really, really good. Pictures of the pyramids, Janine? Oh, that would be so nice. Why am I going to Egypt? What do you mean, Adam? What, am I supposed to cancel my trip? I don't think so. Why would I cancel my trip because of a man? Why? Don't be crazy. My God, I've lost in the comments. Shit. Can't find where I was up to. Oh my God. Listen, yeah, well, at the end of the day, I am married. So I don't know if I go over there, whether he meets me at the airport or not, like, I can deal with the problem. Like, either the marriage will be successful or it will end in divorce. And if it ends in divorce, that would be his choice, not mine. But I can't just stay in Australia and go, I'm going to ignore the fact that I'm married. Do you know what I mean? That's not okay. And also, I've planned this trip, I've paid for this trip. I cannot get a refund. It's thousands of dollars. And I've always wanted to go to Egypt, and I would actually like to live in Egypt. So, maybe I'll get there and I'll be like, oh, I don't want to stay. Maybe I'll fucking hate it. But do you know what? Maybe I'll get there and I'll actually love it, and I'll love Egypt and I'll want to stay there. Maybe I'll want to live there. Okay. But as for the marriage, literally the only person that can do anything about the marriage is him. Because I'm not going to, honestly, I don't believe in divorce. Okay. I have been married before, but I have never divorced a man before myself. Okay. So I never have, and I never will, because I was raised that divorce is like, I'm not saying it is, but I was raised that divorce is shameful. I was raised that divorce is an embarrassment, a shame, and that you do everything you can to stay in the marriage. Now, whether he wants to participate in the marriage, whether he wants to live with me or not, if he doesn't divorce me, I'm not going to divorce him. It's that simple. Because my upbringing was, you just don't get divorced. And that was something that was discussed before we got married. So the ball's in his court. He can divorce me or he can choose to stay with me. And honestly, because of that, I don't really have any choices to make. It just, whatever he decides is whatever is going to happen. I'll make you as real like as a princess Snow White. This is because you're white. My skin is white, but I'm actually mixed race. Thanks. But yeah, my skin is white. Thanks for noticing. What's it got to do with anything? And also, I'm married, so come on now, let's not say comments like that. It's really inappropriate. If you want to stay in the stream, you have to act appropriate, okay? Can your daughter come with you? She, first of all, she doesn't want to. She doesn't want to come. It's not her cup of tea. But yeah, definitely don't have the money for that. So not yet. She was going to come visit at Christmas time. But I don't know now, you know. I don't really want to bring my daughter into a situation that's not stable. And Australia is very stable for her. So she'll be staying here. Yeah. I will miss her very much when I'm in Egypt, though. And if I decide to live in Egypt, if I decide to stay, yeah, I'll be talking to her on the internet every day and video calling her and stuff. But I don't actually know if it's a good idea to bring her to Egypt anymore. I think you know, when you have kids, even when they're adults, you want them to experience stability, and this isn't feeling really stable. Do you know what I mean? Exciting vacation, but it's expensive. Do you know what? I got my plane ticket $1,000 off, and you know, if I am on my own in Egypt, I will be picking the cheapest accommodation possible. I will be picking the cheapest food possible. In short, I'll be schlepping it. And if my handsomest husbando comes through for me, which I don't think he will be, but this is up to him. If he comes through for me, then I don't have to worry about these kinds of things. But at this point in time, it looks like I'm going to have to worry about these kinds of things. It's a lot of stress. But even if I had more money, which I don't, I wouldn't be doing it the expensive way. I'm kind of like a really, I like modest living just because that's how I was raised, not to like go overboard with money. Do you know what I mean? Like just to live very frugally, and you know, probably I'd be doing it a bit like a backpacker, you know. Don't go over there. Just stay home where you're comfortable. Just mark it down as a loss. I don't take losses, BB Bommy. BB Boomy. No way. I'm 43 years old and my life is extremely boring. And, you know, I want a new life and I want new experiences. And it's okay if those experiences work out in a bad way and the experience is very sad. I'll accept that. If the experience is, you know, me roughing it because I'm financially like destitute, I'll rough it. I'm not the type of person to just go, oh, it's not going to be perfect. I don't get to stay in a 3-star hotel. I don't get to eat nice meals. I'm not the type of person to go, oh, I'm going to cancel my trip now. I'm not. I'm the type of person to, I'm gung ho. Like I'm just going to jump in and I'm going to have the experience, because life is not for being comfortable. Do you know what I mean? Life is not about staying in the safe zone. I'm wanting to do something different with my life. And I want to live in an Islamic country because I'm a Muslim. I want to learn more about Islam. I want to study more about Islam. I want to become a better Muslim, which would be really easy because I'm not a very good Muslim. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's only up from here. So, you know, kosher is cheap and yummy. It's cheap? Are you serious? I was told it's expensive. I don't know why. If it's cheap, well, hey, hey. I really want to try it. Pia, please help this woman. Pia doesn't need to help me. She's already helped me. She sent me these links for you know, services and stuff in Egypt, which is super nice. Thanks, Pia. I'll be fine, guys. I'm actually going to enjoy. I'm going to enjoy Egypt no matter what. Yeah, street food is definitely an affordable option. Lola's going great. She's been having lots of snacks. Thanks, Dawny. If you come sit closer to the cam and then after shows your beautiful face of princess, then I'll tell you something about real dieting solution and then you'll lose the weight so fast. I'm married. Shut the fork up. The end. Yeah, it's getting weird. I don't know, like, what's with blokes that crack onto married women? It's just weird. Stop. Yeah, Pia Marie has helped me, and she doesn't have to. Pia Marie has absolutely already helped me. Thank you, Pia. Well, tell us about your dieting solutions, Super Macho Man. We'll listen. Why doesn't he say something? Because he's not here. He left. He doesn't stay in my lives. He just pops in and then leaves. He's not interested. He says I have no personality. Maybe he's right. I don't know. Don't be concerned, Fiona. I'll be fine. Say bye me, fool. I'm moving on. No. Oh my god. No, he's not here, Adam. It's definitely a culture clash. You had a Greek husband, Dawny? It was too hard. Oh my god. Lisa W, hi. Yeah, it is a bit toxic, but yeah, I just personally, like, if a man wants to divorce me, that's his decision, but I don't divorce men. I just don't. Like, for me, marriage is marriage. It doesn't end. So if the only way it can end is if a man divorces me. I'm never going to get divorced voluntarily. Never. I just don't believe in it for me. Like, I'm not saying anyone else. I'm just saying, and you know, everybody knows I've been married before. I won't voluntarily divorce a man. I won't do it. I think it's very bad for me. Thank you, Pia. Do you know what, Adam? I'll be the first to say that I am also the same. Like, I'm not a perfect person or wife. Like, if somebody I'm married to says something to me that I don't like, I'll just give it straight back to them. So I guess you could say that I'm quite abusive in that way. If somebody is disrespectful to me, I just lose it. Like, I have no, I don't hold back, which is really immature, and I should be better than that, especially at my age. But I just can't take it. If somebody says something abusive to me, I will just unleash hell. I will literally, my caring nature will go out the window because I feel like when I love, I really love hard. And if somebody says disgusting things to me and I love them, I take it so personally that, yeah, I'll yeet a bitch through a window. I don't care. Like, if somebody is abusive to me, I will be abusive back. And I know that's really wrong and it's very bad. And it's something I've tried to work on. But certainly, I don't feel like I'm a victim. Okay, guys, I'm not a victim. I give it back. I give it back. Anybody, even, just, people in general, if somebody abuses me or does something to me, they wear it. I don't wear it, they wear it. I am an absolute savage when it comes to people abusing me. I will just, yeah, I will unleash hell on anyone in public, or if they're having a relationship with me. If somebody goes for me, I go for the jugular. I don't know what to say. I can't lie about it. I'm not a victim. So yeah, this hostels, so don't worry, Lisa, it's fine. Ali, hi, just come on. How are you doing? Could be better. Could be better. Could be better. Yeah, I feel like I need a hug. God, I hate hugs, and I'm so, honestly, I am like the least huggiest person, unless I'm like in a relationship with a man. Then I'm like, oh, hug and kiss me, I love it. But like anybody in general, like I'm not a really touchy feely person, but I have been feeling so upset. I wish I could have a hug. Does that make sense? That's weird for me. Thanks, Janine. Yeet. 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 Oh my God. That's such an old person thing to do. Lucky my daughter's not here. She'd be like, oh my God, Mom, you're so embarrassing. Oh, hi, Rosebud. Yeah, well, you know what? I get myself into these situations, don't I? Go off like a frog in a sock. Janine, what's off limits? I need the context. Oh, super macho, man. Fuck off. What the hell? How does Julie know his info? Well, she's been private messaging my husband, hasn't she? That whore. My God. Can't she get her own husband? Like, what the hell? She's creeping up on him? Fuck. I know, like, I'm not allowed to talk to men in private, but there he is talking to Julie. It's not the first time he's spoken to other women privately. I'm so angry. It's not cool. Like, before I used to talk to men and women privately, like just chatting and stuff. Like, I would talk about cooking or whatever, like, because I did have 7,000 followers on my previous Facebook. And people would, go, hey, how's your day? Men and women. And I would talk to them, sure. Nothing like untoward or inappropriate. But when I got married, he's like, you can't do that anymore because it's not Islamic. Okay. So I literally got rid of all of the men and women from my page. I got rid of all my friends. I changed my Facebook. And there he is, private messaging women, including Julie. Fucking Julie. Julie, that thunder cunt. Anyway, fuck. I'll tell you what, I'm going to have friends now. I'm not going to have Like, I know you're supposed to obey your husband, but there are rules for men and women in Islam. Like, I have been going without friendships for a man who is going to private message with women. This is not happening. This is not happening. I'm not going to private message men, but I'm certainly going to have female friends again. I'm going to get some friends now. I'm not going to be alone and depressed and, oh yeah, I'll do everything this man is telling me to do when he is off with fucking Julie. So yeah, Lisa, that's how, Julie knows everything, because Julie and him have been privately talking together. How inappropriate. Sorry, I'm angry. Yeah, she fucking chased him down, all right. But saying that, he could have just ignored her. No, he's private messaging her. Why? I guess he likes the attention. You wouldn't doubt if Julie said something to him to cause this. Do you know what? Sometimes he says stuff to me. He's like, oh, your friend said this, your friend said that. And I'm like, what friends? I literally got rid of all my friends because he said I couldn't have friends. I'm like, who are you talking to? Now I know. He's talking to Julie privately. And Julie is saying that she's my friend to him. What the fuck? I'm not friends with Julie. Julie is like delusional if she thinks she's my friend. If I have a friend, my friend would not be talking to my husband in private. That's not a friend. That's a rat. Jinnah lays at the feet of the mothers. It's a thing. Would he say that to his mother? I don't understand, Seema Mama. Can you explain what you mean? You don't even private message your Egyptian son-in-law, Fiona's mum? I know what you mean. Like, I have had men from the family, from his family, actually private message me, which at first I thought was normal, because that would be normal in Australia to say hi or send a message or whatever. Like a whole large group of men when we first got married, and even quite recently, from his family have private messaged me. And he said to me that in Egypt, that is unacceptable to message another man's wife privately, and that if they do that, to just not answer them. And, I complied with that, even though I thought, oh, but I'm being rude. I'm not going to respond to them. They're from the family. But I understood there's a huge cultural difference, and I can't message a man from the family back. Okay. But there he is messaging privately with Julie. It just makes me think, who else is he messaging privately with? I don't feel like that is very loving when you're married to message other women. And I've got these rules that I'm following that he's given me that I'm not messaging privately with men. So why is he messaging privately with women? Why? Does a man do that when he loves you? It's giving ick. It really is. I was 45 when I remarried. I'm not 66. Okay. Yeah, getting married at 45 is rare these days if you're a woman. Like, I'm 43 and I thought, I know I could get married again, but I wasn't really looking for it. Like, honestly, I was not expecting to get married again. And now I am. I'm like, damn, it's a lot of drama. It's a lot of stress. I'm not feeling the love. I'm not feeling the love when there's other women messaging my husband and he's messaging them back. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling like it's not feeling real loving to me. It's really not. One thing to be weird, but she's invasive. She is like invasive, yeah. She's got a little tender hooks into my husband. Oh, that's what she's done. Not insulted, I understand. What do you mean, Janine? I don't know what did I say? I'm sorry if I said something bad. I don't know what you mean. Yeah, no, I don't know. What did I say, Janine? I love you. What's going on? I'm like, no, what did I say to Janine? Bye, Seema Mama. We are the modern day Cleopatras. Princesses. Come closer, honey. I'm not your honey. I'm married, super macho man. Go away if you're going to be like that. It's getting annoying. That's your red flag. Yeah, I'm a red flag. Well, Muslim men are allowed to have more than one wife, but talking privately for an extended period of time to a woman without marriage is not okay. So if he wants Julie as a second wife, he would actually, need to be upfront about that with me, not just, have a little thing going on. That's not okay. That's not okay. It's not one rule for Muslim women and another rule for Muslim men. He shouldn't be talking to her at all, like at all. Yeah, everyone deserves respect. That's right. Hey, ASMR with Chris. Oh, Panda Cat. Why have you turned like into my foe? Just because you have a different political opinion. Calm down. Anyone who believes this fake relationship drama, you need your heads examined. Candy runs both accounts and she's creating all this drama because she's never going to show herself with him in Egypt. What the fuck, Panda Cat 66? Are you serious? And secondly, you can call me Maryam, thanks. There's only one person on the planet that can call me Candy, and that's my father. So fuck off. Maybe marriage is not official before both signs the papers. It's an Orphy marriage, Pia, and it is Islamically binding because the marriage was filmed and documented, and identification was shown for the witnesses. It is definitely an official marriage. However, it is an Orphy marriage. Orphy, not nikah. And, we were going to repeat the marriage again, Orphy style, but sign paperwork in person when I got there, like literally on the first day, at his house so that it would be proven that it was a marriage and that there wouldn't be any trouble staying under the same roof, if you know what I mean, because that's illegal to stay with, an Egyptian if you're not married, but that would protect us by common law. So I really don't know if that's going to be happening because I don't know what's happening. So I really don't know. Honestly, I don't know what's happening. This is not a sham. This is actually my life, Panda Cat 66. So you can have your opinion, but can you just shut up? What the hell? But yeah, Pia Marie, it's Islamically legal, it's Islamically viable and documented in that way. And up until recently in Egypt, Orphy marriages are now recognized. However, if you have children within the marriage, the children are not recognized legally as the children from the marriage. So that's probably one thing to look out for, ladies. If you want to do an Orphy marriage, just understand if you have kids with the man, he doesn't have to financially support them if you divorce, okay? And that's why nikah marriages are, more valuable, because it gives the woman the full rights. Hi, Fusifu. If this is all an elaborate ruse, well, I'm all in. Pure entertainment. It's not a ruse, but entertainment, I don't know. It doesn't feel entertaining to me. It feels like stressful as fork. It is. I am like, to say I am stressed would be an understatement. I feel traumatized. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm going through a trauma. I'm not joking. Oh God, the comments. Where did it? What the hell? It's just going too fast. Oh my God. Bloody hell. Oh. I got married on video call. And it was recorded. And the identification of the witnesses was recorded, and so it's valid Islamically. Yeah. Can his family help you by any chance since you're married? I'm not going to go to his family for help. Oh God. No, no, no. No. Anything that happens is really just up to him, to be honest. How come you can't live with your husband? Oh, you can, but by Egyptian law, uses Sharia law, but Islamic law in general is not the same as the Sharia law of each country. So to be legally married in Egypt, the minimum is an Orphy marriage. And for that, you generally have to sign a document. So the reason being is unmarried people are not supposed to sleep under the same roof. Okay. So that would be illegal because it's a Muslim country. And so even though we're married, there's no document. And so without the document, it's not recognized by Egyptian law per se. So many hot guys in Egypt. Do you know what? I actually find my husband extremely attractive because he's Egyptian. Absolutely. Egyptian men are very handsome. It's true. Yeah, I think, but to me, the most handsomest husbando is my own husbando. So he's the most attractive guy to me because he's my husband. Is it cheating? I don't know. I mean, by his standards, it's cheating, but I'm not calling him a cheater. I think, I don't know. I don't know. It's making the situation's making me uncomfortable. He shouldn't be messaging women in private, and I agreed not to message men in private. I kind of thought that he would do the right thing, and I personally, maybe it's on the lines of cheating. I'm not going to say he's cheating though. I'm going to give him a chance to do the right thing there. You know what I'm saying? You need Jesus. No, I don't. Be quiet. I'm not really with him. He's like abandoned me. He's not. I don't think he wants me, honestly. Thunder Sea, lol. I'm not going to go find better. If he doesn't want me and if he's not going to make the effort, I'll just spend my life alone. I don't chase men. Do you know what I mean? I don't chase. I don't replace. I will literally just, if he doesn't want me, then I will spend my entire life alone and I will just make the best of things. I didn't feel like I needed a man in my life before. And when I agreed to marry him, I thought, this is good for me and I'll do it. But you know what? If he chooses to abandon me, then that's on him. Clearly he has to make a decision between talking privately with Julie or being married to me. Because there's a difference between actively participating in a marriage. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to be living with him if he is messaging Julie in private. Julie, that fucking cunt. With your friend and her name was Julie? Oh, that makes me so angry. Down with Julie's. Slight disclosure, if your name is Julie and you're a nice person, we love you. But if you are Julie and if you were a thunder cunt, well, you can fuck off. That is my public announcement for today. What's Kara? I don't understand. Yeah, no, it's haram. Having another wife is fine, but there's a process to get another wife. You don't just talk to random women on the internet. That's not halal. Yeah, it's giving player vibes. It's giving player vibes. I think good Muslim men don't talk to women privately. It's very insulting. It's really embarrassing that it's public, and it's giving ick. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Hi, I show meat. How are you? Gypsy Jezebel. Hi. Yeah, I am way behind. Sorry. It's because I keep going off like a frog in a sock. I can't help it. Find a hotter, better man. Thousands there will want you. Probably men in Egypt will be more attracted to me than men in Australia. This is a fact. However, I only want my husband, my handsome husbando. I don't want any other man. And if he doesn't want me, I just don't want anyone. Do you know what I mean? I just don't want to. I'm not getting married again after this. No way. Either he wants me or he doesn't want me. Could he be trolling her back? Or is he actively participating? He's actively participating because he said he was talking to one of my friends. Then I find out it's fucking Julie. Julie is not my friend. And every time he would talk to this person, he would get angry at me and start a fight. What the fuck is Julie saying to him? What lies? And why is he believing it? And why is he talking to her in private? It's making me feel sick. We're not princesses, we're queens. Hell yeah, Janine. I guess I like to be referred to as a princess because, I don't know, it's kind of cutesy. It's kind of demure. Being a queen is nice, but I don't know. I've got like a little girl attitude. Does that make sense? Like, I like I like a man to treat me like he's going to take care of me. Do you know what I mean? That's kind of like giving princess vibes. I think queen vibes is more like boss girl vibes. Do you know what I mean? I want to be treated like a little girl when it comes to men. I want to like, that sounds wrong. I didn't mean it like that. Do you know what I mean? Like I want my guy to take care of me. I want to be a princess. I don't want to be like the ruler. Do you know what I mean? But I get it. If you're a queen, you're a queen. I get it. Rosebud. Yeah, well, I guess I know now. I guess I know now. Is she sending you proof he's reciprocating? Because that could be messed with, or has he admitted to it? Well, he told me he was talking to my friends. So, friends plural. He's messaging with multiple people. I don't actually have friends because he said I couldn't have friends. Yeah, he said he's talking privately to my friends. And then Julie comes and tells me she's talking to him and saying stuff that she wouldn't have that information unless he told her the information. So clearly they are talking together privately. That is a fact. I don't know who else he's talking to, some other bitches. Because he said it's multiple people. He's talking to my friends. What friends? What the fuck? The unknown. No, I think he's handsome. Yeah, well, you know what, Gypsy Jezebel? When people hide stuff, as a woman, you just know. Honestly, I'm not taking the private conversations too personally because it's just conversations, but, well, I hope they're just conversations. But, I think it's different if men or women cheat and they do it in person. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Julie's just a thunder cunt. Like, she's just being invasive and maybe he wanted some attention. I don't know. It makes me feel sad. Makes me feel really sad. I don't know, man. Not cool. Have I spoken to anyone at the mosque about this? He told me I'm not allowed to go to the mosque without him. So I haven't been to the local mosque. You got told Panda. Who's Panda? What do you mean? Which one's Panda? I'm confused. Mouse chose? Panda has a magic ball. Lol. Is my chat working? Find in chat. How can you marry someone you never met? Let's not talk about people's genitalia. I don't have time to go to the mosque. I'm about to leave for Egypt. Adam, what the hell? Interesting, Pia. Interesting. Yeah, probably why he said we need to get married again in person. Yeah. I'm not going to ask his family for a place to stay. I'm not going to do that. That would be so humiliating. You're a gay woman, so you don't care. Just saying sex before marriage is useful. Listen, God made every person perfectly. I don't think about things like that, okay? You just messing with. Yeah, I bet you are, Adam. Bye, Dawny. Thank you, Dawny. Yeah, I'm leaving this month, so pretty soon. Oh my God, I just scrolled the chat too fast. Oh my God, I've got to scroll back. Fuck. Oh, okay, here we are. Okay, I'm almost there. Yeah, I'm leaving this month, and there's not long left in this month, so that should give everybody a bit of a heads up. It's pretty soon. If it were you, you wouldn't go, well, I'm going. The more you chat, the worse it gets. Yeah. I'm catching up, guys. Take someone with you for a mini vacation. Yeah, I don't have any friends, and my daughter hasn't got any money, so unfortunately I'll be going by myself. Hi, Monica M. Yes, I have a return ticket to Australia. You have to have a return ticket because for the visa requirements, but I'm planning on staying past that time and just extending my visa and staying in Egypt. Yes, Julie is doing it on purpose. She is trying to Kiabella you or something. She's doing a Kiabella. No shade to Kiabella. Actually, I went to Kiabella's TikTok. I thought that was pretty gnarly. Oh. Do I know Julie? No, I don't know her. Cream cake and cup of tea. Oh, yes, please. Thunder cunt is now your favorite word. Able to sleep, had to Orphe before, but that's what I've heard about it. Yeah, to be able to sleep together, you do need to be married legally. Yeah. Hi, Sarah Lee Sparkles. He told you not to talk to other women and have friends so you can have all of him to himself. Interesting perspective. Interesting perspective. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It is nice to be treated like a lady. I would love if I was treated like a princess. I've said to him, I like to be treated like a princess. What are you doing? What the fuck? I treat myself like a princess. Do you know what I'm saying? I expect the best kind of treatment. Are you a fan of Chris Lilly? I find him super funny. I'm trying to think, who is that? What the fuck? Do you have any Muslim female friends there? No, I don't. No. Just about to leave too. Yeah, it's scary. It's scary because I had this safe situation planned out for Egypt and it's all just up in the air. It is very scary. Yeah. No, I don't have any Muslim friends here. No, I'm just myself. You know, when I used to live in South Australia, which is many, many years ago, I did have some Muslim friends, yeah. And I did go to the mosque in one mosque in South Australia, but I don't have those connections here in Queensland, and I was told not to have close friends. I don't know why he didn't want me to have friends. Just that's weird. I don't know. I've decided I'm going to start making friends, you know? I'm not okay with not having friends anymore. I'm just not. Everyone just talk. Guys, say what you want. I'm probably going to miss half the comments anyway. I'm so sorry. If you return to Australia, join your mosque and get Muslim female friends. Well, years and years ago, I had Muslim female friends when I was learning about Islam, and that was nice. Honestly, I feel like it's based on jealousy, the no friends thing. Like, he does get jealous. Yeah, everybody has bad days, but I don't understand why I can't have friends. So I've decided I'm going to make some female friends. I've decided that today. I feel like I'm just starting to get really depressed because I don't have friends anymore, and I need friends. I need friends, and he says that he doesn't have any friends, but that's not true because he has 5,000 people in his family and he's friends with all of the men. So why can't I have friends? Do you know what I mean? Like, I actually said to him, are there any women in the family that would want to be friends with me? And he's like, no. I'm like, okay. I guess I don't have any friends then. But I'm sick of not having friends. So previously I had friends that were men and women, and not in an inappropriate way. But this time around, I think I'm just going to be friends with women only. And if he doesn't like it, well, he can just fucking choke on it, because I'm isolated and I don't want to be isolated anymore. So, I have to take care of myself. Yeah, well, the plan was to live in his family home. Yeah. American homie. Thanks, Sama Mama. I just like, honestly, I can't even talk to anyone. I have nobody. Like, I come in here and I talk to people and I vent, and I know it's probably looks really inappropriate, but do you know how isolating it is with no friends? It is like the most horrible feeling ever, honestly. His mum is really nice. She's really sweet. I like her a lot. Like, a lot. I think she's, like, honestly, I was kind of like, I don't know, ambivalent to get to know my mother-in-law, but I think she's probably one of the sweetest people I've ever like talked to. Like, she's super sweet. She's really nice. But also I think it's good to have friends that are like, um, that either your own age or, things you have common with as well. It's good to be friends with your mother-in-law if you can. But it's also good to have other friends as well. So, I would like to make friends. If anybody wants to make friends with me, you can't be a man. It has to be women only, guys. And I'm not like asking you like to be friends with me. Like, I hope it's not weird. Like, if anyone wants to be friends with me, send me a friend request on Facebook. But you're going to be able to prove that you're a woman. No blokes, no boys, no men. Okay. Yeah, for mental health, Pia, you're so right. Look, I'm not trying to bash on him online. Like, I just literally have nobody to talk to, you know? I'm sure, like, I know that he talks to his family about me and his friends about me, and like, whenever we have problems, but I've got like nobody. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just alone. That's not cool. Nah, people have marriage problems in all religions, so I don't know about that. Well, his mum doesn't speak English, and I don't speak Arabic. So when I speak to her, it's just like greetings and stuff like that. And she just says the sweetest stuff to me, like really sweet. You got no idea. His mum is like so lovely, like really lovely. Well, yeah, I mean, I want friends. I don't want to like gossip about my husband. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, just friends in general. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want people to go out and have a coffee with or have a chat to, or, just for mental health reasons. I don't want to get depressed. Yeah, it's this. My Facebook is this name, and on the photo part, it's got the princess logo, and on the background, it's got Nicole Kidman with red hair in front of a fireplace from that movie Practical Magic. And she's like smoking a cigarette. That's my Facebook. Oh, God. Yeah, like I'm not the most interesting person to talk to. I'm not like the best type of friend anyone could have. I have no social skills. So if you want to be friends, like understand that I am like socially awkward. I apologize in advance. Yeah, I really should have gone to the mosque, but he said not to. He said to stay home because there would be men there. There's men everywhere. What the hell? Well, thanks, Janine. Yeah, he's just like paranoid I'm going to go off with men. But if he knew me better, he would know that I would never do that. I am like, I don't have a lot of good qualities, but one of the good qualities I do have is that I'm loyal. I am I'm a Leo, so I'm like I am loyal until death. Do you know what I mean? Like I do not shaft people like that. I never cheat, never. Yeah, he's got a sister. Yeah, one sister. I haven't really spoken to her very much though. If the husband says to stay in the house, you're supposed to stay in the house and obey him. And mosque is not obligatory for women, so yeah, you have to. If your husband says you shouldn't go to mosque and you have to stay home, then you have to actually do that. You have to stay home. Yeah, Monica. Well, I'm trying not to feel sorry for myself, but sometimes I'm a bit of a crybaby. Yeah, I've got a return ticket, but I don't want to come back. I would actually like to live in Egypt. I want to live in a Muslim country. Why not Egypt? Do you know what I mean? Well, Foxy, that is possible. Like, the husband is the head of the house, but I kind of think that, like, when you're in person, like, things might loosen up a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think maybe it's because I'm in Australia and he can't, like, he's not with me. Do you know what I mean? That he's like, oh, don't do this or don't do that because he just he doesn't like he's unaware and he's like, oh, if you leave the house, this could happen or that. But like I think if things work out and if he actually took me home, that maybe we would get along quite well. I think, look, some of the stress is cultural differences and some of the stress is because we're in two different countries, I think. Your name begins with an A. Oh, thank you, Sama Mama. I'll remember that. Yeah, I didn't really think it was fair not being able to go to mosque, to be honest. Thanks, Foxy. Yeah, well, I'm trying to be a good Muslim. Like, if my husband says, don't do this or don't do that, well, I try to listen to him and do what he asks me to do. Because that's what you're supposed to do as a Muslim woman. You're supposed to take your lead from the husband. But it's just to the point where I'm like in a really bad mental state where I need friendships with women. So I'm going to disobey that rule from him. And, he can take whatever action he likes, but I feel like I need female friendships, and I'm going to have female friendships with women only. Your daughter translated? Oh, that's so sweet. The man is the head and the woman is the neck. My big fat Greek wedding. Yeah, it's been a bit lonely, Mouse Chose, I got to tell you. Yeah, it's not. I mean, I'm an introvert, so I generally isolate myself quite a bit anyway. But it's just to the point where I need female friendships. Do you know what I mean? Here's the thing, lovely. There is a religion and there is culture. Religion gives a lot of power to women, culture as well. Some men are very possessive and slightly controlling. Yes, yes, they are. Yeah, I do need sisters. Yes. Oh, God. I forgot about my cup of tea. My tea. That sounded wrong. I've got black tea today, ladies. Oh, damn, that's strong. That's strong tea. Oh. Hi, Joan. Well, that may be a cultural difference. Some families are more religious than others with their practices, and sometimes the culture can impact how they practice religion and how they live life and how they rule their home. And honestly, I would say he's in the 3% or less of ultra religious families. This is just my take on it. And because of that, there are going to be more rules for me. Absolutely. I think it's completely cultural. Saying that religiously, the Muslim wife is supposed to obey the Muslim husband, as long as it doesn't go against God. So if he says, I don't want you to leave the house, then I can't leave the house. If he says, I want you to do this or that, as long as it doesn't go against God or God's laws, then I'm supposed to do it. So, I mean, I feel like it's justified to have female friendships because I feel like it goes against God's laws not to take care of your health. And my mental health is really rocky right now, and I need friendships. I asked him to provide me with friends from the family that he thought were appropriate. He's failed to do that. And so I'm going to find my own female friends. I don't know what the repercussions of that is going to be. I don't know, but I'm going to do it because God tells us to look after our health, and mental health is part of that health. And so if I obey him and don't have friends, I'm not taking care of my health. So I'm going to put God first in this situation, and I'm going to take care of my health. Use some lemon and balance it. He is to obey his marriage vows to you, though, too. Yeah, that's true. And, I hope that he stops talking to Julie because, I'll just say that it's just Julie because I don't have evidence of anybody else specifically. If he stops talking to Julie, that would go well for the marriage because it's extremely harmful to me that he's talking to another woman privately. That's true, Rosebud. Excuse me. Oh. Oh my God. Oh my God. Anyway. Well, thanks, Monica. And I'm back. Ha ha. That didn't take me long. I'll pull myself together. Yeah, well, same with Mama. I do have to consider. Yeah, he's doing the wrong thing talking to a woman privately. However, and I'm not saying he's blameless, but I'll take the side of my husband any day over another woman. Like, Julie is doing something so inappropriate to cause problems in my marriage. I kind of feel like, you know, how you get parasocial relationships or whatever. I feel like Julie is almost, actually, I won't say almost, Julie is a stalker. And my evidence to that is that she has sought out my husband. Okay, this is a woman. She could have sought me out for friendship or to talk to me, but instead, Julie has sought out my husbando. She sought out my husband and stalked him until he relented to her. And now they are having this parasocial friendship or relationship on private messenger. Yeah, Julie is a disturbed person who is a stalker, clearly. That it's not normal. It's not normal to pursue a man who you know is married and have private time. That's not normal. That's not normal. Even if she wasn't religious, okay? Just moral standards of any person would say you don't do that. That's stalking. I mean, I feel like, you know, men generally, like, if they're stalked by women, and I'm not saying women are to blame, okay? Don't take me the wrong way. When women pursue men, even if men reject them at first, eventually men will get tempted. And I understand that men are tempted by women. I do. And again, I'm not saying he's blameless. And I'm not saying it's anything more than talking. But to me, that's still not okay because he's married to me. And like, honestly, if he said to me he was pursuing another relationship while being with me for the intention of marriage, then I would not only agree, I would encourage him to do it if that's something that would make him happy. But to go behind my back and have a parasocial relationship in private with fucking Julie, I blame her. I do. I blame Julie. Because she's relentless, and I've witnessed Julie be relentless towards me in public. Like, I'm not joking. Like, one day I erased 100 messages from Julie on my YouTube because she was spamming me to the point of like insanity publicly. And the things she was saying to me was so insulting. And I was okay to talk to her, but clearly she's gone after my husband. Clearly she's gone after my husband. This is very obvious now. There are so many men who don't have wives. Why is she going after a married man? Oh, sorry, Janine Morrison. Yeah, my. Oh, actually, that's a good reminder. Thank you. I'll plug mine in. She reminds you of the ghoul that's after Foodie Beauty. What? Who's the ghoul? Let me just pop this in. Is this on charge? Yes, it is. Okay. Yeah, well, I see people trolling, women trolling Foodie Beauty, and then you hear that they've gone after her husband. And I've got to say, like, I took the same approach, when I did that funny video. I did that video about Foodie Beauty and her husband about shitting and scatting. And I take the same view as my own marriage. Men, they shit and they scat. I mean, honestly, I feel like men have less self-control. I feel like men are more tempted. I know from a Western perspective, people will argue with me and go, oh, men can just resist women. Honestly, I think if a woman is persistent enough, almost any man will relent. And Julie is fucking persistent. Julie does not stop. And like I said about, Salah and Chantel, with the whole Kia Bella thing, the way I look at it is I actually wouldn't blame Salah for what he did, because women are extremely tempting. I went and had a look at Kia Bella and I thought, God, she's actually really pretty. And it would be super flattering if a woman like that relentlessly pursued you. Absolutely. A man would be flattered. His confidence would be built up. Of course he would be tempted. Men are weak like that. I'm sorry, men, but it's a fact. And I feel the same way about my own husband. Like, here I have Julie absolutely trolling and stalking my husband. Of course he's talking to her. She's probably sent him a photo, and maybe whether it's her photo or some other woman's, he's probably like, here's a woman giving me attention. I'm sorry, but that's what men are like. I don't blame him. I blame her. Clearly, she has no morals. Only your husband is to blame and should protect you. Yeah, he should protect me, but men are weak. Men have weakness, and that weakness is women. And if there's a whore going around trolling and stalking my husband, whoring her ass off, of course he's going to relent. It's her fault. Chasing is a sport. Yeah, absolutely. She's probably ugly as fuck. She's probably like the ugliest woman you ever seen in your life. Actually, there was a woman before this that was messaging him called Jessica. Like, I was almost jealous for 5 seconds. She was stalking me too. She was stalking me, and I was being like polite to her, and I even friended her. But then she made friends with my husband, and he's not supposed to have female friends. And then she was private messaging my husband. And let me tell you, this bitch is ugly. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not the hottest woman in the world, I'll admit. Okay. But this woman, she was so ugly that I wasn't jealous. Jessica was so ugly that I wasn't jealous. Okay. And this is how I feel about Julie. If she was pretty, she'd have a profile picture up. This bitch is ugly, I guarantee you. But men still take attention from ugly women, and they feel good. Okay, so what can I say? Pia Maria. Oh my God. Well, the Quran does say that the one weakness for men is women, It's true. I'm not saying men can't help themselves. I'm saying if a woman is relentless and stalks a man, It's going to be pretty difficult. If he's talking to her, he doesn't value you. Know your value. Always be a Julie in your future. Yeah, well, he hasn't slept with her, so I'm not gonna like go overboard with that. Yeah, he needs to follow his religion, sure. So do I. I'm not a perfect Muslim, obviously. Like I'm going off like a frog in a sock here. I can't help it. Julie went after the husband because she couldn't get to Maryam. Hurt Maryam, troll get fed. Julie is also to blame. It takes two to tangle. Yeah, that's true. It does take two. But I don't think it's gone too far. I think it's just talking. Wolf Pup, no, a different woman called Jessica tried to like do the same thing as Julie's doing. And it actually took me a bit to get rid of her from my husband. Like, my husband's husbando made friends with her. I'm not joking. They were talking. There's just these women that just hang around like a bad smell. They're like, oh, a married man. Oh, I'm going to steal him from this. Why? Get your own man, bitches. What the fuck? Call your house late at night. Oh, God. Oh, God. Well, some women shit and scat too, don't they? I'm just not one of those women. I think my best quality is that I'm loyal. I have loyalty in my blood. I'm not joking. Like, I'm a 100% Leo, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm a strong person and I'm loyal, and people trust me because I'm full of loyalty. I'm a very loyal person. It's the one good thing about me that I will say about myself. I will never cheat. I'll never cheat and shit and scat. It's just not in me. Like, honestly, I just I don't understand how people do that to each other, because when I love, I love. Do you know what I mean? I just cannot imagine doing something like that or anything else. There's no way I would ever cheat on my husband. Never. I would never cheat on my husband. Never. Yeah. I've known a lot of women that have cheated actually, and I've lost a lot of friendships over it because in the past, you know, other women will come to other women and tell them about their extramarital affairs. This type of woman will actually talk about it to other women. And whenever I've had a friend like that, I've gotten rid of them straight away because I just can't respect women that cheat or try to steal married men. I think it's disgusting. Like I honestly feel like it makes the woman deficient in some way if they think it's a sport to take another woman's husband. Like, if she was genuinely interested in him, she could do it the proper halal way, with marriage. Yeah. But this is not it, is it? This is just tarting around. Yeah, and that's why any women that I've been friends with that have bragged about cheating, I've just ended the friendship immediately. Immediately. I'm not interested in friendships with women who don't respect men. I think it's really gross. I think, if you want to cheat, then end your marriage. Do you know what I mean? And if you're a single person and you're interested in a married person, there's something wrong with you. Find someone else. Do you know what I mean? Unless they're allowed to have multiple wives. And then if that's the case, well, then if you're serious enough, go about it the right way. Like, if another woman approached me and said she wanted to marry my husband, honestly, I would listen to her. I would talk to her. Because in Islam, you can have more than one wife. But you're certainly not supposed to be talking to members of the opposite sex in private. It's just not halal. Yeah. Of course, every woman wants her husband to herself, but it is part of the religion that, and lots of Muslim men have second wives. Season troll, obviously her name is from a Chris Chan troll. It's been more than obvious from the start. Julie could be a dude. Time for some new couches. This isn't my couch. I'm not going to be living here very much longer, so it's not my problem. Not multi-wife stuff, no. Having a sister wife would not be my first choice, but I wouldn't reject the idea. But then he's told me he doesn't want more than one wife. So, if he changes his mind, then he should come to me and talk to me about it, I'm pretty sure a man's allowed to have 4 wives. It's not very common. Do you know what is common? Is a man getting married officially and then having a second wife secretly, which is actually not halal. But honestly, if my husband came to me and said he changes his mind, he wants a second wife, I would support him with that, because it is part of Islam that it is permissible. It's not encouraged. In fact, it's discouraged, because treating 2 or more women fairly is not really something you can do, and you're not supposed to marry unless you can do that. So in the Jewish faith, that wouldn't be kosher either. Well, originally, us Jews were allowed to have more than one wife. Yeah, I'm trying to think when that changed. Actually, again, like having more than one wife wasn't popular in Judaism either. It was more like you have your wife and you have your concubines. Do you know what I mean? Or a slave woman. This is back before the abolishment of slavery. And, it's kind of the same in Islam. It's actually discouraged to have more than one wife. Like people go, oh, you can have 4 wives. Oh, that's terrible. It's just because something is permitted doesn't mean it's encouraged. And if anything, it's discouraged. But it does happen. Yeah. And I think, for men that can't really control themselves, having a second wife is better than having a girlfriend on the side. And that's why I support plural marriage in Islam. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it could be good if the situation is right. And again, I wouldn't encourage it, but certainly I would agree to it and support it if that would be something that he wanted. But he's told me that he doesn't want it. But this whole Julie thing has like brought the idea to the forefront. I've got to tell you. Yeah, the man has to be able to support all his wives. That's true. The children with, yeah, that's true. Eggplant recipe, yes. Oh, God. Didn't Foodie Beauty put eggplant in her most recent recipe? That looks so yummy. Oh my God, that beef stuff, yum. Men be hounds. Yeah, some women be hounds too. Julie's out there hounding around. Where the whole idea of multiple wives come from? Well, originally, I presume, are you a Christian? Or originally in the Bible, the original Jewish texts permitted plural marriage. Yeah, originally, not now. Men were allowed to have more than one wife back in the day. Yeah. Just go read a regular Bible. You'll see that in the Old Testament. Made with lamb, sumac, onion, garlic. Oh, yum. Oh, my God, M-San. Deep fry it long. Oh, my God. I love deep fried eggplant. Although I like a little shallow fry if you cube it up with like peppers and stuff. Oh, so nice. They got rid of that after the second temple of Solomon was built. Yeah, you could be right. It's been a while since I've studied that. Islamic polygamy came about because of necessity. All the men died in war and women needed protection. Yeah, definitely. Persian eggplant dip. You mean baba ganoush? Is that it? You'd be happy with one wife. Do you know what? I don't understand how men marry multiple wives. Imagine if you're fighting with all of your wives and you have 4 of them. You go from one wife, you go, oh God, to the other wife. This one's fighting with me and she's in a mood too. Imagine that. Oh, a little lamb fat. Yum. Come back and teach us your recipes. I can teach you recipes. I don't know about teaching. I can show you recipes, Janine. When I'm in Egypt, if I get a stable accommodation. Polygamy isn't needed. Do you know, I think it's needed for men who can't stick to one woman. Like, it's better than adultery. Do you know what I mean? It's better to get a second wife than to commit adultery. I think that's a protection for men. Absolutely. It's valid. Woody was married 4 times and he wasn't even a practicing Mormon. Sorry. Yeah, I've had a bit of a Mormon experience myself. 4 mother-in-laws. Oh my God. Let's all feel sorry for the men. I'm sorry. Oh God. See, not all mother-in-laws are nice. I think I'm lucky, but imagine being a man, you got 4 wives, you got 4 mother-in-laws. Hope your husband's going to be good to you. Well, I'm sure his family hopes that I'm going to be good to him. I mean, it goes both ways. Why they keep separate houses and lives. Yeah, it's very rare for multiple wives to be in the same household because usually there's a lot of jealousy involved. Personally, I think I would be okay though. I don't think I'd have a problem with that. Yeah, also same a mama, yeah. Sometimes other wives are needed to have children. 2 times before, just like me, says last mistake. No matter what happens, we'll work things out. Divorce is not an option. Well, mine said to me divorce is not an option, and then he said he wanted to divorce me, so I don't know what he's thinking. Pomegranates. Ooh. 1 house for your wife and 1 house for your second and third wife. I'm different. I would want to live with the other wives so that I could have friends. Is that crazy? Like, I wouldn't be jealous. I'd be like, okay, go to work. Me and the other wives are going to like clean the house, do some cooking, hang out, do some shisha together until you get home. I wouldn't be jealous. I'd be like, cool, I got friends. I've got besties. Imagine how many children you could have with 4 wives. Oh my God. I wouldn't be jealous if there was another wife, as long as she was nice to me. Do you know what I mean? Like, if she was an absolute thunder cunt, I'd be like, fuck this shit. If she was nice to me, I'd be like, cool, awesome, I got a bestie. Am I going to have a child with him? I don't even know if he's picking me up from the airport. I'm 43, but I can still have children. Women in my family don't go through menopause until much later in life. So I'm not even in perimenopause. I'm just not menopausing at all. I'm just like, you know, I was when I was 16. I'm just constantly menstruating. So you know, my fertility testing is actually really high compared to like what it should be. So I can still have children. So you know, if the marriage continued, I would absolutely love to have at least one more child. That would just be like so magnificent. You could not imagine. If I could have 10 more kids, I would have 10 more kids. I'm not joking. I love having kids. I've seen Big Love. Oh my God. The wives were so jealous of each other. It's shocking. Absolutely shocking. Yes, Msan, I will be arriving in the Cairo International Airport. And I will be, I think it's Terminal 3 is international arrivals. But yeah, I'm not meeting anybody there. The only person I was meeting was my husband. So Uncle Woody had 9 kids. Nice. What word, Pete Maria? Have you studied the Quran online in group at all? No, I studied the Quran many, many years ago when I was in my mid-20s. And I used to go to a Quran women's learning group hosted by the local mosque. I've done years of Islamic study. You probably wouldn't know because I run my mouth a lot and I don't behave like a regular Muslim. I have a lot of problems with my appropriateness, if you know what I mean. But I do have a lot of religious knowledge, if that's what you mean. Yeah. You're 46. We'll get kids anymore, but we're blessed with the ones we have from our previous marriages. 45 and 48. 55, go for a go. Yeah, I've seen Sister Wives. That is wild. Do you remember when the youngest wife came in and all the older wives were like hella jealous because they were all like fat and frumpy and getting old, and the young wife was like super ultra skinny, and they were like, oh my god, like how could he marry her? She's so young and she's so pretty and she's so skinny, and they're all horribly jealous. But you know, she was like the sweetest woman when she came into the family, and I think they should have given her a chance. If their jealousy had not been a problem, they could have all been like really great friends. Do you know what I mean? Is it a huge airport? Really? Oh my God. The Sister Wives hubby. Do you know what irritates me about the Sister Wives show husband is that he's actually like the grossest guy you could imagine. And he has those wives and they like adore him. I'm like, what do they see in this guy? I don't understand. Whenever I watch that TV show, I was like, what do they see in him? He's not even nice. Do you know what I mean? He was like so ugly. I'm sorry to be superficial. This is what I love about my husband. To me, he's very handsome. I love that. Cody, yeah, that's right. If he doesn't pick me up, I have to go to a hostel, which is kind of scary. Yeah. I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, I'll buy a SIM card. Yeah. Pomegranate glazed lamb. Oh my God. San, are you a man or a woman? I don't know. Can you tell me? I don't want to come back to Australia. Robin, that's right. She was so sweet. They were so mean to her just because she was pretty and skinny and young. I thought that was horrible. But really, that's just about their own insecurities. Do you know what I mean? This is what I mean. If my guy marries another woman, I wouldn't be angry. I would be like, can she come live with us? Can we have coffee together? Like, can I be her friend? Do you know what I mean? I don't understand. I wouldn't be jealous that way. I'm jealous because people like Julie, you know, just people whoring around. I think a wife has, you know, more importance, and I would respect that. Ramen noodles. Hey, just me. Your name is Akira Tanaka. Are you a girl or a boy? I'm sorry to ask, like, Snow White. Yeah, she was a sweetheart. Oh, you're a boy, San? A man, sorry. Yeah, well, I was gonna ask you to friend up and send me your recipe, but I'm not gonna ask you because you're a dude, because you're a man. You can identify as a female if that helps. No, that doesn't help, Adam. See, this is what, like, before I was married, like, I would talk to men about food, recipes, and cooking. You would be surprised how many men are into recipes and cooking. But now I can't. I can't talk to men about recipes and cooking, even though, you know, what's wrong with talking about that? It's because, you know, I'm a woman, they're a man, can't do it. So it's frustrating. I think more men want to talk about cooking than women do. I mean, you can identify as whatever you want, Adam, but oh, I don't know what I'm going to do if it doesn't work out. I mean, yeah, my husband does cook. Yeah, yeah, he does. He's got skills, ladies. Some men won't cook at all, but he does. He cooks for his mum. He cooks for his mother, which is really sweet. He's shown me a few recipes, and they're really like he's actually a really good cook. My favorite dish that my husband cooks. I've seen him cook koshery, and I thought that looked like super nice, and I haven't tried it yet. So I would really like to try koshery. And what else does he cook? Um, Him and his mother have made mukshi. Yeah, don't be stressed, Jax. Everything will be fine. Air fried chicken. Oh my god, Adam. I actually used to like almost hate chicken, but then I started deep frying it. I was like, oh, it tastes so good. I don't know why I hated chicken all this time. But then I kind of became accustomed to eating chicken. And then I'm like, okay, I've got to cook it in a more healthy way. And then I liked it. But sometimes you taste foods and you think, oh, I don't like it at all. But sometimes it's just the way it's cooked. I wonder what air fried chicken tastes like. I guess it depends how you spice it. Meatballs. Oh, garlic. Oh my god. I don't know what it is. Like a lot of women say they won't eat onion and garlic, you know, maybe because of the breath thing, but I am obsessed with onion, garlic, and chili. Oh my God. I think that's something I have in common with my husband. He loves onion, garlic, and chili, and he puts it in almost everything. Like, I freaking love that. I remember when I first met him online, he was like, oh, if you want, I don't have to eat onion and garlic anymore because you know my breath or what. I'm like, are you serious? Like I love onion, garlic, and chili. Like you can eat it forever. Cook it, eat it. We're gonna do that every day, bro. Like but some women are like, oh garlic. No, I can't kiss a man. If I smell garlic, I'm like, delicious. Yeah, I bet you do, Adam. That sounds like good chicken. I love meatballs. Oh my God. My grandma made the best Italian meatballs. Oh, really? You don't have to worry about bad breath because of that? Like neutralizes it. Yeah, I'm going to film my journey. In Indonesia, lamb, sambal, fermented chili paste. Oh my God, that sounds amazing. Boiled chicken, oil, tomato. Oh. I've heard people say that boiled chicken is tasteless, but it's actually not. If you cook it right, it has more flavor. It just absorbs it all. No, I don't have any pain pills I can take at all. No, it's not safe for my lung condition. I can only take pain medication when I'm admitted to hospital, and they have the resus bay ready just in case, because my lungs get so slow when I'm on painkillers that my lungs can collapse, and then I need resuscitation. So I will not be able to have any type of painkiller at all, unfortunately. From Syria, I know that Syrian food is like really fresh and really good. Sous vide. Oh yeah. Sous vide food is like super moist. Super good. I used to do that type of cooking when I went out doing chef work with my grandmother. Yum yums. Have you printed out in Egypt dialect your health conditions? No. Syrian, Iranian, Israeli, Palestinian. Yeah, there are a lot of crossovers there. No, I have to look into healthcare when I'm there. And really, that depends on whether the marriage goes ahead or not, because there's a different health system. So, Palestinian and Israeli food are very similar. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, a few of the foods that my husband tried to introduce me to, I already had like eaten before, because it's like Jewish food and Muslim food. There's a lot of commonalities there. Yeah, well, I don't have a lot of savings, so the private health cover didn't look like it would cover much, to be honest. Boil it with onion, bay leaves. Oh, I love bay leaves. Yum. Are you going to cook something? Look, if I go home to my husbando's house, yeah, I can do cooking stuff. If not, well, I don't know what kind of accommodation I'm going to get, but I would love to do cooking videos again. Absolutely. Kosher and halal are interchangeable in some cases when it comes to Jewish food, as long as you're not Orthodox. Yeah, I was going to say, no, it's not. But then I'm looking at it from the Orthodox perspective. So, yeah. Do you know what the biggest change for me was when I stopped eating kosher? Was meat and milk together. This is going to sound really feral, but I absolutely love meat with milk products. And before, like, it's like, oh, you have to eat dessert and wait a certain amount of time before you eat dinner if you're going to have dairy, because you're going to have meat. Do you know what I mean? But as a Muslim, I could be like, let's eat steak and cheesecake together. And I'm not in danger of breaking the laws. Yeah, well, this is not the first time I've covered my hair. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Imsan. Oh, I've seen all that mouse toes on video call, because we were calling each other on Facebook Messenger and WhatsApp and that kind of thing. So yeah, and that's how we would normally talk to each other, would be on video call and texting with translator. So yeah, I know what the house is like, the apartment. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if he wants me, honestly. I don't know if he wants me. He doesn't like he might say that he wants me, but I don't like feel that he wants me. Does that make sense? I feel like I don't know. I don't feel like he thinks that I'm his dream girl. Do you know what I mean? You know how men are? They're like they'll do more for you and show you how much they love you if you are their dream girl. And I kind of feel like I'm getting the vibes like maybe he wants to be with me, maybe he doesn't, or maybe he does. He's just got a shitty way of showing it. I don't feel like he thinks that I'm his dream girl. And you know, what can I say? Uh, yesterday, earlier, or was it the day before on video call? I can't remember. Mennonites cover their hair as well. Yeah, they do. He's mucked it up. We both have. We both have, yeah. Why are you talking about money, Saber Mama? This month, I'm arriving this month. What do you mean, Jax? Everybody makes mistakes. I'm not perfect either, obviously. Look at me, I'm just crazy. I'm going. I'm going to Egypt. I'm not backing out. I'm going. My heart feels broken now, Campbell's wife. What's the difference of whether I have a broken heart in Australia or a broken heart in Egypt? At least in Egypt, like there might be an opportunity to see him face to face. Like maybe we can work things out. I mean, maybe I'm being delusional, but certainly things cannot be fixed when we're in not completely fixed when we're in two different countries. I've got to go to Egypt. I have to do it. Yep, this month, sweetheart. Yep. Community tab on my channel and you can get them there if that works. That'll be really cool, Msan. Thank you. Could you do Msan, could you do me a favor? Could you like make a comment in the comment section anywhere on my YouTube, right? So I can click through to your YouTube to get the recipe so I can find it. Thank you so much. I'd love that recipe. It is a big risk. It is, yeah. Well, I'm broke here with no one, so I may as well be broke in Egypt. What's the difference? You don't think you're hubby's dream girl because you're not Brazilian? Oh, well, that's it. Like men have these ideas about what they physically want as their first preference. And perhaps I'm not like, you know, I'm extremely overweight. Do you know what I mean? That's really sweet, Pia Maria. That's so, but that's how you know that you're his great dream girl. That if you're not Brazilian and that's what he likes to look at, like, or he's attracted to, but he's married you, well, clearly you are his dream girl. Absolutely. He's in love with you. Do you think he had some partner conflict that you can correct, or is he just being an ass? I think we've both been an ass. Woof up. I mean, it would help if he got rid of Julie. That would be a great first step. And personally, and also allow me to have some friends that are females, because I think that's if I have good mental health, then we're going to have a good relationship. They're the two things that I would ask from him, but I wouldn't dare ask him to do anything because, you know, I'm just a woman, so whatever. I think as for myself, maybe I could control my temper. That's a big one. You know? Because when I'm disrespected, I just go off. I lose it. because I think that I deserve to be treated respectfully and in a loving way. And when I'm not, well, I'm a psycho. I say I can't help it, but maybe I can. Maybe I could try. You know what I mean? You have a valid point there. Yeah, I'll probably live stream at the airport if I can get my mind around everything. Yeah, so it's a. Trying to think, I haven't looked at my ticket for a little while. I think it's like 29 hours or some shit. Like it's a really long flight. But because it's a longer flight and it was less desirable, I got it for $1,000 less. So yeah, it's going to be a torturous ride, but I think it's worth it to get to Egypt. Absolutely. Ugh. Sorry, I keep burping. Fun fact, did he use most of his baby oils on Taylor Swift? What the hell? I'm a Swiftie. Watch your mouth. You know, as for effort, I think effort is actions, and actions are easier to take in person. So I'll just have to wait and see if he's actually there. Like he said, he's not going to be there. Then he said he is going to be there. Then he said he's not going to be there. Then he said he is going to be there. Well, when I arrive, if I see him, I guess I'll say hi. Like, I can't think what if he's there or not there, because that's not in my control. That's his job, and that's in his control. And if he's there, well, yeah, I'd love to see him. I mean, I'm feeling really hurt, but I'm not going to walk away. Do you know what I mean? Marriage is really important to me. But if he's not there, well, I guess I get a broken heart. Poor Swiftie. Is that hijab? Yeah, this is a hijab, yes. Most people would not bother. I'm not most people. Well, thanks, chat. Now I'm starving and can't eat for like 2.5 hours. Bullies. What do you mean? Go get a snack. Go eat something. Oh, that tea tastes terrible. Ah, what the hell? What am I going to do around here to get a hot cup of tea? It was hot. I've just left it. Do you know what I'm saying? It's my fault. Oh my God. Wait, did you say 2.5 hours? Are you shitting me? I'm sorry. I've just been like the whole time, like going off. Do I eat as much off camera? No. No, I don't actually. Lots of love from Sweden. Oh, wild. Yellow fever. When he's raging, I'm just silent and let him do that. And when I do the same, he lets me. But we don't say really bad words after the other is done. Say sorry, and the other says it's okay, and we never go to sleep angry. That's the difference between me and my husband. I'm like, let's sort it out. We've had a fight. And he's like, no, I'm going to bed. And I remember my grandmother saying to me, never go to sleep on an argument. And that's probably a pretty big problem, I've got to say. I agree. You should never go to sleep without resolving a problem. Yeah. If he isn't there, do you have enough finance to at least have a holiday and take in the sights? It'll be a really cheap holiday. Except I don't want it to be a holiday. I want to stay. I hope he's there, but if he's not, I'm actually going to pursue living in Egypt. You understand? It's not going to be a holiday for me. I'm going to stay. I want to try living there. I'm not joking. You gonna post your recipe? Thank you, Msan. You've got acidity. Eat something. Eat. Can't sleep. It's annoying. Yeah. You were in Beirut last week? Oh my God. Was it scary? Is there like, stuff happening? Was it dangerous? Hate long fights. And he also does that. So this works for us. But I've heard many Egyptian men start with a silent treatment, and that would be hell. Yeah, I have received the silent treatment before, and what I do is if I get silent treatment from a man, I do my beauty treatments. That's my trick. If I get the cold shoulder, I go, oh great, I'm going to be doing a face mask, skin treatment, I'm going to do my hair, so that when he returns from his silent treatment, I look like an absolute princess. That's my trick to the silent treatment. And I've got to say, it works every time, because you might have been stressed and looking a bit fugly when he left and was fighting, and then he gave you the silent treatment. But then when he comes back, he's like, damn, she'd be looking fine. That's the trick, ladies. If the man gives you the silent treatment, beautify yourself. Hardcore. Never met in person and now you're married? You seem to have a fight every 2 to 3 weeks and break up. You're not wrong. Clay vessel. Yes. Like a tureen. Are you talking about a tureen, Msad? Yeah, it is a good idea, because then they're like, why are you looking so good? Why are you looking so fine? Who have you been talking to? And then they're like super jealous of you because you look so hot. I do it every time. Works for me. I'm like, silent treatment. Excellent. I'm having a ladies' night. I'm going to like put the cucumbers on the eyes and watch a movie after and do my nails and get my hair done and just come out looking fucking amazing. Yeah, well, thanks. Thanks for the compliment, Jax. All normal in Beirut? Okay. Muslim men in their 3 days. I think when he's attempted to do the 3 days, and I do say attempted, that it has not harmed me, it has harmed him, and that he suffered for it. So I just, if that happens to me, I just beautify myself and I feel good about myself. It's a little trick I do. Yeah. Make yourself more desirable. We can take our 3 days though. Yeah, that's true. Avoid the pyramids and all the tourist markets. They mark up the prices. Yeah. What's wrong with Taylor Swift? What do you mean? What happened with Taylor Swift? Did I miss something? Haven't really been on social media that much. Yeah, well, when you are with another person, you got to understand they're a whole nother person. So that's true. He gets mad, so I beautify myself. Lisa, all men get mad. Shanghai, how I nearly got my pocket picked in Cairo. No. What the hell happened? Hi, Sludge. Does state if the wife is disobedient to admonish her, then refuse to share the bed with her, still not concluded the beat her lightly. They're talking about beating a woman with a miswax stick. So a miswax stick is a small little twig from a tree or a bush or a shrub or whatever. Like it's about this thin. And admonish her lightly means like this. And you'd go, that doesn't mean that, but it actually does. It's to embarrass and shame the wife and to remind her to behave herself. It's not actually about domestic violence like people like to misquote it, guys. A Muslim man beating his wife is not permissible. When it says beat her lightly, they're saying, like, naughty girl, listen to me. I'm your husband. And it's like this thin. And it's like just a little hollow bit of wood that's this thin. Okay. So it's a tapping reminder saying, wake up, sweetheart. It's not about bashing and beating a woman. That is completely out of context and misquoted and used against, Muslims to show that Muslims are violent. And then people give examples of domestic violence. But it's not Quran based to beat a woman. And it's certainly not permissible. It's actually haram to do that. Domestic violence can happen in any relationship. It can happen between lesbian atheists. It can happen between a boyfriend and a girlfriend. A girlfriend can beat a boyfriend and a husband can beat a wife. And these things happen in life. It's not a Muslim problem. It's just a people problem. And just to clarify, that quote from the Quran is not about beating a woman in the way that we understand beating a woman. That's not what it means, guys. If it was, I wouldn't be a Muslim. Do you know what I mean? It's not permissible. Yeah, beatings are not justified. No. Violence is not justified within marriage. It's not. In any religion, it's not. Yeah, just me, but you're talking about a hollow bit of wood the size of a toothbrush. It's as light as a feather. So it's about reminding someone, like if you did that to a child, it wouldn't be child abuse because it's not actually beating them. So the translation of beating can also be translated as tapping. It's not actually beating like bashing. So the mistranslation is into the English. The translation is lost. It's not about beating. Yes, like the finger wag of shame. That's right. I'm pretty sure the literal translation, correct me if I'm wrong, is actually not beating, but tapping. Okay, like if you have a little toddler and they're being naughty, some people will beat a toddler, some people will smack a toddler, and some people will get their hands and go, what are you doing? Do you know what I'm saying? And this is what I'm saying. It's not about beating anybody. That is actually like a mistranslation of definition, if you know what I'm saying. I'm not justifying beating. It's a mistranslation. And I know because I've done enough study of Quran. What are my opinions about Hawk Tour? Come on. I think that's a really gross trend, and I think it's sad for women. I really do. Can the man be corrected with a slight tapping? I mean, you could try. It's like how words in Hebrew are translated into Greek, like parting the Red Sea is really parting the Sea of Reeds. I'm more of a literalist, so the parting of the sea, I can imagine that there was a wall of water as big as a building. I mean, I actually take it very literally. God, love Passover. Can you speak any Arabic? I used to speak fluent Arabic years ago, but then I had a car accident and I hit my head. I bullseyed the windscreen. Going, how fast was the car going? I'm going to try to remember now. It was pretty fast. Anyway, I hit my head, I bullseyed the windscreen, and I got amnesia. And there's different types of amnesia. I'm not sure if anyone's familiar, but I have the long-term amnesia where a lot of my memories are locked away in my mind and I can't unlock them. And I had to relearn a lot of stuff, like reading fluently. I had trouble with words. And previously, I had studied and spoke 11 languages fluently. And surprisingly, English is actually not my first language. English is my second language. But my first language is part of the locked away syndrome that I have from the amnesia, that I can't retain it. And that's because when I spoke to the doctor, they said, I've spoken English longer than my original language. And so because of that, with the amnesia, my memory has retained the English, and all the other languages, including my first language, is like locked away. So it's still in my brain. Statistically speaking, those memories can be unlocked. For example, how to play the piano or the guitar or speak the 11 languages. It can come back to me. The memories can come back to me, but I don't have control over it. So although I used to speak Arabic, now I can't. Maybe one day it'll all come back to me. Maybe when I'm immersed in Egypt by the Arabic language, maybe it will come back to me and I'll just be able to speak it again. I don't know. But apparently immersion can help you with lost memories. We'll have to see. Yeah, that's a good thing, Pia. That's how it should be. Yeah. Yellow fever, could you keep it appropriate, please? I don't wear bikinis. Oh, okay, M-San. Yeah. Hey, I respect the translation that you take. I get it. I guess I just kind of like I have this romanticized idea about what God can do. Do you know what I mean? Like God is like can create like the most amazing miracles. So I just and Passover is my favorite holiday. So your daughter was in a car accident. She was fluent in 3 languages. She can only speak English and some phrases of the other 2. TBIs are terrible. Yeah, so you understand what I mean, Saban Nation. It's like before I was qualified to teach other languages, now I can't speak them anymore. Before I was a qualified music teacher, now I can't even play music or read music. It is so frustrating to have extensive skills which you could make money out of or take joy from. And it's like they're all gone. But the doctor said to me, they're not gone, they're just locked away. They're still in your mind. And one day they can come back. And it's been many, many years. It's been many years, and I'm really sad about not having my things that I used to be able to do. Yeah, it's pretty. But I can relearn Arabic. God, I'm trying not to cry. This is what I mean. I used to study Islam, and I used to study Arabic, and I was quite fluent in Arabic. I couldn't write Arabic, but I could read some Arabic, and I could speak Arabic fluently. And I really took great joy. Same, I could speak Hebrew. I could speak and read biblical Old Hebrew, not just modern Hebrew. Like I did a lot of study in the areas of religion and language, and that was a huge joy in my life. I feel like it's been stolen from me in like a split second. The car accident took away something that I value so highly. So going to Egypt and being surrounded by people that speak Arabic, I guess gives me an opportunity to relearn the language or try to remember it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I was just obsessed with learning languages, Pia. Been learning languages since I was a kid. Oh, walaikum salam. Do you think God has led you to Egypt? I don't want to sound weird, but yeah. Do you speak Hindi? No. My first language was actually French. And I honestly, I can't speak fluent French anymore. I can't. Like, I just pop out a phrase or somebody says something to French in me and I'm like, what does that mean? Which makes me so sad. Was it difficult to learn Al-Fatiha? Actually, Al-Fatiha is one of the Arabic, come on brain, surahs that I've retained. Maybe because I've done it so many times compared to the rest of the Quran. Al-Fatiha is stuck in my head, which I love. I love that. I found it easy to learn Arabic the first time around. Maybe because before that I could speak Hebrew. And although it's not the same, there are some, distinct similarities for sure. Yeah, my sofa is getting old, but it's not my sofa. I'm leaving. Yeah, inshallah. I hope so too. What are you saying? I don't know what you're saying. What are you saying? What's my opinion about Palestine? I'm traumatized and sad for all the children. That's what my opinion is on Palestine. Coptic? Old Egyptian language from the Pharaohs. Does Coptic have anything in common with Greek language? I did some Greek language learning with my grandmother when I was younger. Again, I can't remember it though. Hindi? I've never learnt Hindi, no. Is it difficult? If I believe in God, how do you justify the negatives in life? What, you think God's supposed to make everything easy for you, do you? You can write Arabic, can't read it. When I say write, I'm autistic and use my artistic abilities to copy surahs from Quran for hanging. How beautiful, just me. You mean like calligraphy? Yeah. I would love to be able to write in Arabic. Wouldn't it be amazing to be able to write an entire Quran? Oh my God. Learn to get along. Yeah. Well, are you Hafiz? Please explain to me. What are you saying? I'm so confused. Sign language. Sign language is a good one to learn. Whoa. My goodness. Hafiz means who learns the Quran. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I try to learn the Quran, but really it's like relearning the Quran. Before my accident, I'd read the Quran a couple of times and done some pretty in-depth study. I mean, that doesn't make me an expert, but to memorize the Quran, yes, I was memorizing it before my car accident. Yeah. But that's a struggle for me now to retain it. Very big struggle. Maybe I could try when I get to Egypt to memorize the Quran. I was doing it before. I was memorizing the Quran before I was. Tell about my car accident. Okay. I was in the car with somebody that I was friends with at the time, another woman. She was driving. And yes, I'm a reverted Muslim, yeah. And we were going to see a lawyer. She needed to see a lawyer. And I decided to go with her for moral support. And she was a bit emotional and she was driving very fast. I don't blame her for the accident. What happens next is we entered a crossroad and a drunk driver, he came out. So she was speeding horrendously. I was asking her to slow down and trying not to freak out. She was having a bit of an emotional meltdown because her life was falling apart. So she was speeding very fast. Like when I say fast, I mean fast. Drunk driver came out in another car, and the drunk driver was attempting suicide, deliberate suicide, and they aimed for her car. I was in the front passenger seat, and the person trying to kill themselves that was drunk survived. My friend, who was my friend at the time, who is not now, she also survived. And obviously I survived. And that was a miracle. There was a firefighter at the side of the crossroads at the traffic stop. And I actually went to high school with him, and I didn't know he was there, but he just happened to be there. And he saw me bullseye the windscreen, and he ran to the car when the car stopped. And he said to me after that, when he ran to the car, he thought he would be recovering my body. He thought that maybe even I might be decapitated because I hit the windscreen so hard. He'd seen a lot of accidents. And when he saw me alive and I stepped out of the car, he actually went into shock, and he was a firefighter. He said he expected to see that I was dead. That's how hard I hit the windscreen and how fast the car was going and how bad the impact was. It was absolutely horrendous. Her car was absolutely crushed at the front end on my side. I'm just feeling sick thinking about it. It was pretty intense. And yeah, that gave me amnesia, which I'm still suffering with today. It's pretty horrible, but yeah, cover to cover, wouldn't that be great? Yeah, so I lost that friendship, unfortunately, and I won't go into that for that person's privacy, but yeah. I did have other injuries from the accident, but yeah, the only injury I've retained from the accident is the memory loss. So yeah, it was a weird combination of events, like somebody trying to kill themselves as a drink driver, my friend acting in a way that was extremely alarming, and could suggest something similar. I won't say that though. And me being in the car, unable to control the situation, and yeah, I feel like it really changed my life. So if anybody knows anyone that drink drives, especially, like, tell them don't drink drive. You can literally change someone's life permanently. It's horrible. Yeah, I won't cry. I'm okay. I'm super emotional today. I'm just like easily triggered, you know? Yep. I remember the airbag hit me in the chest and face so hard that it exploded. And when I got out of the car, my lungs wouldn't work properly because I got hit so hard in the chest with the airbag. And I just like literally just collapsed onto the ground because I couldn't breathe from the impact of the airbag. It was so hard. And the seatbelt snapped. Have you ever heard of a seatbelt snapping? Like it was a brand new car and the seatbelt snapped. That's how hard the impact was. What's your occupation? Well, I guess technically I'm a student, but right now I'm not studying. I'm yapping nonstop. So are you, Yellow Fever. Be quiet. Yeah, maybe. Wasn't really in a state to kind of get any kind of compensation from the manufacturer, though. I've got to say, I was just like at the time, I had trouble recognizing people of my own family. Like the memory loss was extreme at first. Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy I survived it too. I should be grateful, really. I don't have a car right now. And I wasn't driving. So a wheelchair with no gears. Shut the hell up. Foreign accent syndrome. Yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah, it's so interesting, isn't it? A lot of people thought I was faking the memory loss. I'm not joking. Like, who would fake memory loss? Living life with amnesia is actually really difficult and it's really confusing and it's actually very scary, especially at first. It's sad. I don't know how to put anyone in timeout. I don't know how to do it. I think if you put someone in timeout, they're just going to go more crazy when they come back. Make doer for you? For what, GW? What do you need? I think it's raining outside. It's giving me asthma. Oh my gosh, how annoying. Try being a vegan. You'll get better. Actually, I was a vegan before. I was a vegan for quite a number of years. I'm not now, though. Your name is Mode Shajil. Okay. Hi. Yeah, San. I don't want to give out too many private details because I don't want any weirdos like meeting me at the airport. I'm an introvert. And honestly, I've got 3 stalkers right now that actually come to my house. I'm not joking. It's scary. Like when that cop turned up, when the police officer turned up to my house, I was like, I actually thought it was one of my stalkers. I have people come into my yard. I'm not joking. I have people, they film outside my house. Like stalkers. I'm not joking. I have to always make sure my door is locked now. I never used to lock my door unless I went to sleep. Now I lock my door during the day. Yeah, I'm in Queensland, Australia, but I'm about to go to Egypt. You kick some butt. Yeah, people have come to my house. A man was filming my daughter walking down the street. I shit you not. Absolutely petrifying. Don't get angry, Yellow Fever. You were saying some saucy things. Do I pray? Yeah. Yeah, I did my Fajr prayer this morning. Yes, Salah. Salah. No, my daughter is 21. And you're allowed to film in public. So although they were like out the front of my house filming the house, technically it's public zone. You're allowed to do it. Maybe they'd get a warning, they wouldn't get arrested. So good luck finding me in Egypt. Yeah, right. Is she Fatima? What do you mean, Fatima? No, my daughter's name is Faith. Well, sometimes she goes by Imani. Bye-bye, GW. Salam alaikum, sister. How are you? Hi, Shahid Hussein. How are you? I'm good. M Sand and Yellow Fever are having a fight. Why are you guys fighting? Your daughter Fatima Zainab? No. That's not her name. No, my daughter is not Muslim. My daughter is Jewish. Salam alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Oh, thank you. You too, bestie. Quinine helps with yellow fever. Learned from Outlander. I love Outlander. I haven't watched that for ages. Yes, I reverted to become a Muslim. I was a Jew. I was Jewish. Similarities between the Jewish faith and the Muslim faith, and about the same age and have similar roots in the part of the world, the Middle East. Definitely the Jewish faith is way older than Islam. But yeah, there's quite a lot of similarities, but I guess that's down to how you practice, whether you're Orthodox or not. Bye, Wolf Pup. Have a nice day. Why did I convert to the Muslim religion? Because I did a lot of religious study, and I mean a lot, heaps. And I found that I believed the Quran to be the truth. And I believed that because I believed the Quran to be the truth, that I should be a Muslim. That's why I converted. Bye, Seema Mama. Thanks for the chat, guys. Do you believe in God? Yeah, hell yeah. Do you ever take your head covering off? You mean publicly? No, I keep it on now. I wear my hijab full time. Oh, thanks, Yellow Fever. You too, kiddo. Right back at you. You're not leaving, you're saying bye to the ones who are. You still have time. Look, if anyone's leaving, I understand. Like, I'm just sitting here cracking on. I think I'll make a time. I think in 15 minutes it'll be 8 o'clock. So I'll stay on for 15 minutes because I actually have some things I have to do to get ready for my journey to go to Egypt. So I was going to get up at 7 o'clock, but now it's almost 8. So I'll give it 15 minutes and then I'll start, looking at the stuff I've got to pack for my trip because it's coming up. It's coming up, guys. Can I buy your membership? You can if you want. It's up to you. Certainly, I don't expect it. And I'll just warn you with the membership, if you buy the membership, as soon as I'm in Egypt, I'm going to lose contact with YouTube temporarily until I get my phone sorted, until I figure out what's the most affordable type of internet. And so perks as a member might not be huge. There might not be really any. So if you want to spend your money to become a member, keep that in mind. I don't want you to feel like you're ripped off. Do you know what I mean? I am going to be showing everything in Egypt publicly for people that are members and non-members, okay? Just don't do anything to waste your money. If you want to become a member, you can though. That's up to you. What's your daughter doing when you go to Egypt? Is she staying in Australia? Yeah, she's staying in Australia, Amsan. And I asked her if she was going back to university, and she said she doesn't plan to go back to university anytime soon, which I was a bit sad about, but it's her life. Do you know what I mean? And she might change her mind later, but she's more interested in starting her own business. So previously she was doing volunteer work, and now she's looking at creating her own business online. So I seriously, I'm very happy for her to do that. And I'm super excited she's going to try to do that. Honestly, I believe she'll be successful with that as well. She's pretty driven. So tell me about Australian people. What do you want to know about Australians? Am I making okay money from YouTube? It's a very small amount of money from YouTube, tiny. However, that could go far in Egypt because it's a different economy. And also, I'm willing to live in a way that I don't spend a lot of money and I can just put that money back into creating businesses. That's my plan. And then if I can expand my businesses, then I can buy things like property or things like that. That's my plan. That's my plan, guys. I'm willing to live very frugally, to go without a lot of things in order to save money. Yeah. Well, thank you, Sam. Australia is a former prison colony of the British and was there. Britain sent prisoners who worked too much trouble to be kept in England. That's pretty much true. But before that, the Indigenous people of Australia, the Australian Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders, were here first, literally for thousands of years. And I have a lot of respect for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Island people because you know, the way that the Aboriginal people here look after the land, even still to today, is phenomenal. And as a white Australian, I have learnt so much from people in the past who are Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander. Especially when I was younger, I had a lot of friends that were Aboriginal, and they have a wealth of knowledge. They have a wealth of knowledge about the land. It is incredible how much knowledge has been lost since colonization of Australia and the attempted genocide of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders in Australia. Honestly, Aboriginal people in Australia are a wealth of knowledge. They are so smart. What other businesses do you have? I do a little bit of accounting and bookkeeping, not much. And again, I'm not really making any money from it. And I'm also a writer and I'm going to publish my book. Things like that, you know, like just little freelance kind of stuff. If I finish my law degree, then I might do a bit of online legal advice practice, that kind of stuff, or maybe write a book about it or something, I don't know. And if I continue with my psychology degree, which I'm not really sure about that, then maybe I'll do something with that. But definitely, if I have to choose between law and psychology, I'll definitely go with law because I feel like I can do more with it. Yeah, it's not my sofa, bro. Well, I'm mixed race. I'm just saying that I'm not Aboriginal. I'm not native Australian. My father lives in Tasmania. I've never been, but it's a beautiful place. Do you know what? I reckon I saw a Tasmanian devil when I was a kid. I'm not joking. Nobody believed me, but I swear it was one of them, honestly. It's your home. Well, I'd like to make my home to be in Egypt, to be honest. I'd like to go to Egypt and make that my home. Ghost Stories, Campbell's wife. What a great idea. A dingo and a flock of kiwi birds. I'd love to hear about that. Which country do you belong? I'm Australian. I was born in Australia. But my family comes from different parts of the world, so I'm a bit of a bitzer. I'm a bit of a mixer. But I guess what you're going to see is just I'm a white woman. That's what you're going to see. But yeah, I'm Australian. I was born here. I do have some British ancestry, it's true, but it's not all of my ancestry. It's just a part of it. Why do you want to go to Egypt? Why not? It's a Muslim country and my husband is there. I mean, hello. Hafiz wrote love poems, but did from Rumi. Oh, I love Rumi love poems and stuff. Rumi quotes. Poetry writes, one of my favorite poets. I doubt this is the chat for that though. You can say whatever you want, Sama Mama. I love Rumi. Rumi's quotes that you see are just like, I find them really impactful. What does my husband do? He works. Don't visit the Nile. It's just a tourist trap. What do you mean? Try Hafiz. Okay, I'll look it up. I got into Rumi, the works of Rumi, years and years ago when I was researching about Sufism. And yeah, I just got addicted to the writings. It was so interesting. What does my husband do? He works. He hasn't given me permission to talk about his job. So if you want to know, feel free to message him. If you're a man, if you're a woman, don't. Oh, okay. Yeah, same mama. When I was in Egypt, long time ago, before the Arab Spring, when Farouk was still king of Egypt, Msan, I literally don't have any idea about the politics of Egypt, which probably sounds a bit naive. Like I know they've had a lot of things like uprisings and political turmoil, but I just don't know. You're a little young boy. Oh my god, let me pinch your cheeks. Oh. Stop. Nobody believes you. Just behave in my comment section, okay? Her husband appeared in the Rockstar's famous game named the GTA 5. There's a person called Trevor Phillips and his husband both looks like the same as their funny faces. Shut the hell up. He's not from GTA 5. Shut up, Super Macho Man. What the hell? Why do you always say that? What the hell? Oh my god. My husband is handsome. I find him extremely attractive. Just close your mouth. Trevor. Stop! Oh my god. So jelly, it's kind of cute though. Good luck packing for Egypt. Enjoy your trip. Safe travels. Can't wait to get you everything sorted out so we can see the stream again soon. I know, right? I don't know when I'll be streaming next. Maybe I'll do another stream, maybe not. But then almost guaranteed I'll stream at the airport. Almost guaranteed. Like the only reason I won't stream at the airport is if I'm like running late or if I'm too stressed. If I'm feeling okay, I'll do a live stream at the Brisbane International Airport for sure. Just while I've got the unlimited credit in Australia to be able to live stream. May all your halal wishes come true. Not my non-halal wishes though, right? You're so right. I'm in such a better mood now, guys. Thanks so much for the chats. Hate that airport. It's the worst I've been to. Really? Oh my god. What, not halal? I was joking, bro. Couldn't have been. I had just gotten off 9.5-hour flight from northern Japan to Australia. Oh my god, Japan would be amazing. Well, wait, I've been at the Brisbane airport before, but the domestic flight, because I actually came from Adelaide in South Australia. I haven't always lived in Queensland, but other than that, like, it's not halal or kosher over there. Yeah. Followers to wave you off and wish you bon voyage might help settle for the flight ahead. Do you know what? Honestly, I feel like I need the encouragement before I get on the plane. I'm like scared to get on the plane. I'm scared to travel alone. I'm a big chicken. Japan is not halal or kosher. Well, unless you eat fish. I mean, fish should be halal or kosher, right? Most fish. But that could be a lot of fish or vegetarian. Teaspoon of some kind of antihistamine to help you sleep and relax before you get on the flight. Yeah. I feel sorry for whoever has to sit next to me, not only because I'm fat and my shoulders are like a footballer, but I've got ADHD, so I'm just going to be sitting there like the whole flight. I'm just going to be like moving around like a psycho. Do I eat shellfish now that I'm Muslim? Do you know what? Even when I was younger, okay, I didn't always keep kosher and I would eat shellfish, but then I became allergic to shellfish. So now, even if I want to eat shellfish, I can't. Seafood used to be my favorite food, like, you know, calamari, prawns, that kind of thing. I can't eat it now. I'm allergic. Take your phone number. What the hell? Do I eat pork? No. Sometimes I did when I was a naughty Jew, but not when I was keeping kosher, obviously. But now that I'm a Muslim, no, I don't eat pork. Occasionally I'll eat meat that's not halal certified, but it's always like beef or chicken. And my plan is to then go full halal when I'm in Egypt, where the only meat I eat is halal. But certainly I don't eat pork anymore, no. Take prayer beads. Actually, my husband bought me some prayer beads. I guess if he picks me up, I can use them. I don't know. What kind of plant? What do you mean? It's a place in the Muslim world where they eat pork, but the island's not Muslim. Yeah, I heard about that. But they also have, that's like a sex island. I don't know if you'd actually, like, I know you're not supposed to judge anyone, but I don't think, like, I know what you're talking about. I saw that on YouTube. They go and they have like sex parties. That's not Muslim. That's not Islam. Sorry. I think what it is that they were born Muslim and then they've fallen into sin. Do you know what I mean? Hopefully God can bring them back from that. That's terrible. Umrah or Hajj. Yeah, I've spoken to my husband about that and we were making plans actually. I don't know what's going to happen now. The island is Hindu. Yeah, I think there's actually groups of Hindus and Muslims that both go there. I saw a documentary on it, if it's the same one you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, it's in Indonesia. I saw it on a documentary. It's really disturbing. It was giving vibes of like demonic activity. I'm not joking. I think like there's demons and they're like leading people astray there. Honestly, it's not normal. I don't mean Indonesia in general. I mean on the sex island where they have like sex parties and do drugs and you know, like what the fuck? Like that's not Islam. Do you know what I mean? You're not disturbing. You're not. Stop. Oh god. Okay, guys. Ibiza. Bruiser. Guys, it's just gone 8 o'clock and I have to actually prepare for my trip today because I've got to make sure everything is ready to be packed and that I have lists of stuff to take with me and that I don't miss anything. Today is my day to be organized. So I've got to go. Thank you so much for sticking with me and sorry about my horrible outbursts and yeah, I'll be leaving soon. So I've got to today is my big preparation day. So maybe later I might do another live stream, maybe not, depends how much time I get. But guys, have a great day and thank you for the chat. And I'll check out that recipe if you put a comment down below so I can click on your name to go to your YouTube. I'll check out that recipe. Thanks, guys. Bye.